Huh?
And national anthem. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome here on the campus of College of Alameda here in Alameda, California, right on that border of the Oakland-Alameda County in the East Bay here. I'm your truly, Brian Professor B. Davis, and I will be your play-by-play for this, the second game of the doubleheader, the semifinal. And it's going to be an elimination tonight. It is sudden death for this in this elimination game, because the loser of this game is going vamos sayonara urubiachi straight to the couch, while the winner will survive to play another day. So the other playoff game early in the day, it was the Anchors over the Red Tails. They eliminated the Red Tails, the same team who top seeded the number one seeded Team Legacy in that classic 7-6 13 inning win. And I think a lot of people will still talk about that game this morning for breakfast and doing the water cooler, doing lunchtime, doing their lunch break or break time when they had at the office this afternoon. So we're here now more than 24 hours later. We all the soldiers got some good night's rest and fresh and renewed. A long day of preparation and just in that focus mode. We're getting ready for this elimination game. The loser of this game will take on the Red Tails in the second in the elimination bracket. And the pitch is in there for a call going one. The first pitch tonight's game, 7:09 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and the temperature here in the East Bay, 69 degrees. A picture is shot here tonight in this second game here at Pat Bacl Field in Alameda, on the site of the College of Alameda. And the team plays here is Holy Names University. So it's a nice campus here in the East Bay. You can see we have it's a ground ball to the first baseman, and that's for team. It is Florio is in there for the ground out. That is a 3 unassisted put out, 1 man gone. So 1 man gone. So Reyes is retired. 1 man gone. That's a ground out, 3 unassisted. So coming to the plate is Wong is the scheduled hitter. Or correction, it's Gupia, the second baseman. He's going to bat second. Batting third is number 20 it will be. It's a fly ball into right field, and camping under is the right fielder for Team Legacy. Wong the flies out in there.
20, Justin Seckler.
And 2 men are gone. So it'll be Scheffler at third base. He bats third. And Kaser Alkber will play at first base. Coca at shortstop. Conciela, the designated hitter. Fernandez will play in right field. Drayson will play in left. Master, who bats eighth. The master will be behind. Is calling the pitches tonight behind the plate. It's a ground ball to the third baseman, and for team alignment, it's Seckler to Kram, and that's it. 5-3 put out if you're keeping score at home, and that's no runs, no hits, nobody left for the Seals. After a half inning, it is the Seals nothing, and Team Legacy coming right up.
Now batting for the
Go to
25, Dom
the first inning, and it's Team Legacy the schedule here will be Dom Najar will play. He'll lead things off, and then he'll lead things off as team. He will be playing in. Najar will play left field, and Najar drives one to right field, and over the right fielder, Fernandez, as Najar will have himself a leadoff double to start things off, the first hit of the contest. As he takes one over the deep right field, as the ball eludes Fernandez, as Dom Najar leading things off for Team Legacy. A leadoff double, the first hit in this contest for either team.
Now batting the right fielder, number 7, Tyler Wong.
So that brings up Kyler Wong to the plate. So Kyler Wong, the right fielder in that number 2 hole, he's going to be playing in right field tonight. Najar playing in left field. Pitch is in there for a strike. It's an 0-1 count. Get set. And throw back and off of the left fielder, and
He's still.
Najar is going to go all the way with no contest to third.
He could have gone all the way to home. If he left right away. Yeah,
So, The throwing error is going to be, we're trying to get an official score.
E1.
That'll be an error charge to the pitcher. Benton is the starter for the Seals. Ben Eisenhower, no relation to the legendary President Dwight E. Eisenhower.
Let's give him an error here. That was
And the ball gets through, and coming in the score is Najar. And right now, Team Legacy jumps on first, and they lead it 1-0.
Was that error or wild pitch?
And that will be scored as a wild pitch. So Team Legacy getting very aggressive last night. They had missed opportunities. Had a chance to win the game last night. 1-1 pitch coming. High outside for a ball. What a great contest. If you missed it last night, it was an instant classic last night. Got a chance to.
1-2.
We have a 1-ball, 2-strike count. 1-2, just missing outside.
2-2 now.
October will be on the on-deck circle. Here comes the pitch.
Ooh, what a pitch.
That's a pop up, and that's going to be playable for the pitcher. And he camps under there for Benton. He will make the catch. 1 man gone.
Now batting, the DH, number 38, Alex Tobert.
So Tyler Wong.
Don't want to crack the hits and errors on it. Might as well just clear it out.
1 man gone. Now coming to the plate is Alex Tobert. That pitch is in there for called strike 1, and it's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. Oh, blew off the cheese, and it's now strike 2. It's now 0-2. Now it's no balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the 0-2. And through the slider again, strike 3. So Tobert is out of there on strikes.
Now batting, the catcher, number 4, Blake Cohens.
And looks like Tobert is the DH tonight. That's 2 men gone. First strikeout of the game. 2 men gone.
Collins, like a moo. I know, because
Oh, okay.
it's 2 years my kid in high school.
The 2 men gone. Here comes the pitch. And that was a nasty slider hit. It bit back. It looked like it was going to be outside corner. It hit the inside corner, just barely strike 1. Here comes the pitch. And it's outside for a ball. It evens the count at 1-1. Here comes the 1-1. And it's a ground ball chopper to the shortstop. It is Coca, throws over the cram, and that's it. That's a 6-3 putout. Blake Collins, the cleanup hitter, is retired. No runs, or 1 run on 1 hit, and nobody left for Team Legacy. After a full inning complete, it is Team Legacy 1 and the Seals nothing. The pitch. It's a ground ball to the shortstop, and nearly came up with a play. And that is a
Coming up to bat,
going to be a
Louis Coca.
that's going to be an infield hit or error, huh?
Yeah, that's a hit.
That's going to be a base hit.
Hit for the visitor.
Yeah.
And what was the number? So that's going to be a base hit. Well, I backed over at first base. And that one goes foul. And that goes foul.
I mean, last time was worse. I'm surprised that.
And that ripped fair down the left field line.
What? That's a foul.
No, it's ruled foul.
It's a foul, even though it's over the back, like it's over fair.
And that will be a foul ball.
Even though it like hopped over the face.
I didn't see how many bounces it took before it hopped over the face. I thought that was fair.
Oh, that got a chance.
And the drive to deep left field. And back, and that one is in. And that is a great, sensational play by Najar, the left fielder. Personaging taking away at least 2 bases.
They doubled him.
And they double off the runner, and that is a double play. What a sensational play.
And that is the DH, number 12, Chavez Fonseca.
That was only 2 outs. I think I went to the other inning.
So it's 2 outs in the inning.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was a double play off the amazing catch by Najar.
The thing is, it's easier to get because if they did hit the ground, he just comes
Just covered up by the glove.
yeah, he just comes over.
That's funny. It's funny when it doesn't look like that. It puts the players on there and that hits.
And strike 3 called, and that is the inning. That will do it. So it remains 1-0 in favor of Team Legacy.
Pool Modi. Pool Modi.
Now batting the first baseman, number 50, Will Florio.
So we're now to the. We will now go to the bottom of the second inning. 119 Legacy. This is an elimination game. The winner survived this game and the loser is out. The big man, Will Florio, at the plate. Here's the pitch. Oh, he's trying to swing that one, take that one to down there down to Broadway in 15th and Broadway. Shoot that one down to downtown Oakland, and he could not connect. It's now 0-2. Gets the set, 0-2. That pitch is high for a ball. That's now a 1 ball, 2 strike count. 1-2. It's the set. Here comes the pitch. And that is ripped, and that goes foul. So now it's 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Here comes the 1-2. That's outside. One and 2 the count. Here comes the pitch. Hits a fly ball to the center field, and the center fielder coming up with the grab is the center fielder is Reyes. And go.
Baseman, number 2, Ryan Farr.
Far. You heard far.
So Ryan Farr will now come to the plate for He'll come to the plate. This game is broadcast live on youtube.com/at
Alameda Anchors.
At-
Alameda Anchors.
at Alameda Anchors. Alameda Anchors are hosting this playoff tournament.
They're in the championship.
They have won. They've won their game earlier today, knocking off the red legs, or I should say they eliminated the Red Tails 10-6. So the Anchors have punched their ticket to the championship round on Saturday,
11 a.m.
and that will be an 11 a.m. start Pacific Standard Time. It's 3-0 the count. Here comes the pitch. That's way outside, ball 4. So
Now coming up to bat, the center fielder, number 20, Roman Trinidad.
So it's ball 4. Farr will reach base. Roman Trinidad will now come to the plate. Here's the pitch. Hits a fly ball to deep left field. Going back is Davidson. That is going down to the wall. As Farr is on his way to second. He's going all the way through. Here comes the throw. It's cut off. It's not in time. That is an RBI double by Roman Trinidad, as Team Legacy now leads it by a score of 2-0.
Now batting the second baseman, number 8.
As
Tyler
Trinidad
Baker.
took that pitch to deep left field, and Farr, when he knew the left fielder Davidson was not going to get that ball, he was off to the races, like in a Preakness Belmont Kentucky Derby race.
1-2.
Home team, right?
So it's So Trinidad, it'd be credit for RBI. Kyle Bittner will come to the plate. Bittner, the second baseman. And the drive to right field, and that makes the catch. The runner comes up tagging. He will come in there safely. So Bittner getting his job done. Trinidad will now advance to third on the sacrifice. And the pitch is low in the dirt for a ball.
Fix this.
A correction was called a strike, so we apologize for the inconvenience. Cash is behind the plate. And that pitch is playing at shortstop tonight. He was the count now at 1-1. Here's the pitch. Breaking balls in there for a strike 2. One ball and 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch, and he swings, and that one goes foul. Remains at 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Legacy striking first in this elimination game. They're the #1 seed. They're already up 2-0. Here comes the pitch. That's way outside for a ball. Evens the count now at 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes to count. Here's the pitch. And upstairs, swung on and missed. And Cash is out of the strikes. That's it for.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we
on
would like
one
to
hit.
Congratulations to Coach Nick White of the Legacy.
And they end up leaving a runner on base. And after 2 complete here on the campus of, here at Pat Bacl Field on the campus of the College of Alameda. Right here, you're watching the College All-Star Playoff on SidelineHD.com/. You can check them out also on Facebook.com/Alameda Anchors and Twitter and X, formerly known as Twitter, and on Instagram at Anchors Baseball. Let's take this time out.
Now batting the right, Ryan Fernandez.
So we now go to the top half of the 3rd inning. 2-0 Team Legacy. This is an elimination game. The scheduled hitters for the Seals Here's the pitch. And there for a strike, it's Fernandez, the right fielder,
That doesn't work.
and then it's
Is
Davidson.
it an iPhone?
It's Masters.
Is it charging? Or no? Sometimes it takes a second for the iPhone.
Here comes the pitch. Oh, he bit that outside corner. Strike.
It's that the little then we try plugging this thing in and plug it in.
And that pitch is outside for a ball.
Sometimes it takes a second to get recognized or something with iPhones. Yeah, you can walk around with it.
Is it two?
And 1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
We're going one more ball.
Here's the pitch. Swings that one, goes foul.
2-2.
But 2 balls and 2 strikes count. Here's the pitch. Off speed, and that hits that one foul. A 2 ball, 2 strike count. Here's the pitch. He swings that one, goes foul. A 2 ball, 2 strike count. The pitch. There's a ground ball. Great play by the shortstop. It away, and it was the shortstop.
I think that's an E6.
Cash looked like it was a great play, and instead, Fernandez will get on with the error. That will be E6.
Error to the...
Now batting the left fielder, number 14, Connor Derrison.
I mean, error will be charged to
I was right. It was an E6.
the Cash.
Yeah, no problem.
Here comes the pitch. That's low in for a ball, 1-0. And runner goes back into first base. And the pitch just swings, and that one goes foul. And a drive to deep right center, and the center fielder, it's Trinidad coming up with the catch. The first out in this third inning.
Now batting the catcher, number 26, Colton Master.
I'll bring up Colton Master to the plate. And swing and a miss, and it's strike one. That's 0-1. It's a fly ball to right field, and that's going to go foul. And runner gets back in there safely. Count remains open. 2 strikes. The pitch, and that pitch is high for a ball. One ball and 2 strikes to count. Times we called. One ball and 2 strikes to count. One and 2 to count. Evens the count at 2 and 2. Two balls and 2 strikes to count. Here comes the pitch. Upstairs, swung on and missed. Master gone on strikes.
Coming up to bat, the center fielder, number 15,
And Ben Eisenhower, that is his first strikeout of the game. Got 2 men gone here. Reyes is the top of the order.
You got a switch hitter.
Here with 2 outs. And pitch is out there for a ball. This is set. Here comes the pitch. And it's inside corner. It's now strike 1. Two balls and 1 strike to count. Here comes the pitch. And it hit him. It was a hit by a pitch. The umpire said it was hit. So Reyes will.
The second baseman, number 27, Yash Gupta.
So he will with 2 outs. And then home plate umpire is George Kirkland. He'll be on the balls and strikes. And then Joe Del Walka is the base umpire. They're only in this game. Here comes the pitch. It's out for a ball. A 1-1. Evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. It's a liner that is going to drop for a base hit, and coming all the way around the score is Fernandez. If now he will come in the score, and now advancing to third is Reyes.
Third baseman, number 20, Justin Seckler.
So that's a RBI single for Gupia. He gets credit for RBI. Reyes goes all the way to third. Fernandez, who reached on, was at second, scored away from second.
No, the Seals need 1.
Battle run.
So it's a 2-1 game in favor of for Team Legacy in this do or die sudden death elimination game. Here's the pitch. Here's a high fly ball into center field. The center fielder Trinidad gets there and makes the catch, and that will do it. So the Seals responded by get 1 run, and get 1 hit, leave a runner left on base, and after 2.5, it's 2-1 in favor of Team Legacy.
Either the bottom or the back.
Domination.
You got anything to eat or drink?
I'm good for now.
That diet. All right, so here we go. We're in the 3rd inning. It's a fly ball, and it's going to be caught by the right fielder, and that is the second baseman.
Now batting the right fielder.
Coming up with a grab. It's just a routine fly ball, and Najar is retired from number 1.
Can you give me a Diet too?
A what?
Can you give me a Diet Coke as well?
A what?
A Diet Coke?
A Diet
So
Coke.
1 man gone in the bottom of the here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And there comes the pitch, and that pitch is outside high for a ball that's 1.
Oh yeah, I was wondering about that.
And here comes the pitch, and he hits that one foul. Tyler Wong at the plate. He popped out his first time up to the pitcher. He's 0 for 1. Here comes the pitch, and it's a ground ball to the baseman. That Bacl, he will throw over to Cram, and it's just like that, 2 man gone. You're keeping score.
Now batting DH number 38, Alex Tolbert.
Alex Tolbert, the big guy, the designated hitter, is coming to the plate with 2 men gone. Glad you're joining us here on this Wednesday evening, day after the All-Star game. As this game progresses, we'll talk about the pennant races. As the pennant races start heating up in the second half, we'll give you the recap of last night's All-Star game and throw some little All-Star game MLB nostalgia. And some of the news as Tolbert swings and misses strike 1. That count now goes to 0-1. Here comes the pitch. Oh. Tolbert drives one deep left field. That ball's headed to the Oakland Tribune and to downtown Oakland. It's a touchable home run for Tolbert. He took that one deep over the left field fence. It is a solo shot. Now, Team Legacy now increased their lead to 3-1. That was a touchable, no doubt about it. And that ball is headed towards downtown Oakland through the Oakland Tribune. Could be on its way towards Shag Avenue and heading all the way towards Berkeley. And Blake Howlands will now come to the plate. And that was with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. And Tobert, or I should say Cowan, swings and that one goes foul.
That's really good fielding by the third base. Barehanded it.
With 2 outs. No balls and 2 strikes to count. Here comes the pitch. And as the pitch is outside for a ball.
Thank you. Water for me. That for
Thanks,
him.
man.
That for, thank you. Appreciate it.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. This game is on. And a ground ball to the second, or to the first baseman. Great play by Cram. And he gets it to the pitcher, Benton. And they are able to retire Cowens.
Okay.
That will
Thank
be
you.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're
a
hungry,
3-1 put
there's
out.
at the snack bar, hot dogs and hamburgers.
But
there's also snacks, candy.
Legacy gets that one back on a solo home run. A mammoth shot by October, the designated hitter, to get 1 run on 1 hit for Team Legacy left on base. And that is contributed because of this big solo home run by Alex Tobert. We will now go to the 4th inning as Team Legacy this elimination game now increases their lead to 3-1. You're watching the College All-Star Championship Tournament playoffs here at Pat Bacl Field here on the campus of Alameda here on youtube.com/@AnchorBaseball.
Anchors use different balls.
Alright, here we go.
Now batting the first baseman, number 18, Jake Tyson Cram.
So now a big Jake Kaiseram will be the leadoff man. It'll be him, Coca, and Conselli. As we now begin the 4th inning, Brian Professor B. Davis is just tuning in, watching in Alameda, California, presented by Sideline High Definition. Three-one ball game right now, and here comes the pitch. Breaking ball, that is nasty for a call. Strike 1. This elimination game, the loser is this game is going home. Here's the next pitch. Has to drive to left field, and it's Davidson coming up with a great grab by Davidson to left field as he went all out for the doggy waddle pop centipede dive to take away a base hit for the
shortstop,
Legacy, for Team Seals, I should say. Or actually, it was Navar coming up with the great catch, with a great sensational catch, taking away a base hit. 1 man gone.
Hey Ruben, do you know if it's Najar or?
One man gone. And that's in there for a strike. The last couple of days have been very, very, some great defensive plays in the last 2 days. I've been coming here. It's a drive in the right field, and the right fielder will not be able to get it. He gets on a one bounce on a barehanded one bouncer. That's going to be a one-out single for Coca.
Hit for the visitor, right?
Yep. That will be a base hit. So we got a one out, and his team Legacy got the double play in effect, and a is going, and it's in the dirt. We're going to see. We'll get an official score. Will that be considered as a stolen base or a wild pitch?
He's running.
So I think it's got to give him a stolen base.
He had a good jump.
And he did. Yes, he did. He did get a big jump. 1 ball, no strikes. Here comes the pitch. It's 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes. Here comes the pitch. That's a 2 count. Or I should say 3 balls and no strikes. Here's the pitch. That's in there for a strike. Now it's 3-1. Three and 1 the count. And they got him caught in Grandma's cookie jar. That is going to be a 1-4-5 put out. Just like that. He was a dead Daffy Duck, and he knew it. 1-4-5 put out. Caught stealing. He got caught in Grandma Duck's cookie jar. That's 2 men gone. And it's strike 1. Oh, it's a 3-2 correction. Yeah, 3-2. 3 balls and 2 strikes. With 2 outs. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed. Struck him out. Consilla is going on strikes. And that's it for the Seals. No runs, 1 hit. No Seals on base. And after 3.5, as Legacy leads the Seals 3-1 in this elimination game.
Now batting the Will Florio.
So we now go to the bottom half of the 4th inning. It's a 3-1 ball game. And scheduled hitters will be Florio, Farr, and Trinidad. 5, 6, 7 hitters for Team Legacy. Way outside for a ball. Here in the 4th inning, catching this live on youtube.com/Alameda Anchors Baseball. Now it's a 2 balls and 1 strike count on this picturesque night here. Yours truly, your play-by-play announcer, Brian Professor B. Davis. Got 2 balls and 1 strike to count. Gets the set. Here comes the pitch. And that is whipped in the left field, and that's going to fall in for a base hit. So,
now up to bat, the third baseman. Number 2, Ryan Farr.
Do I have to hit it again, you think?
What?
The hit? Oh no, it's okay. It's delayed.
No, it's just a huge delay. If you hear that beep, then it should take it.
Okay, got it.
It's just a bad design, wireless.
Runner goes back over at first base. The throw. And the runner gets back in there safely. And that one goes back. So, no balls and 1 strike to count. Oh and 1 to count. Here's the pitch, and it's off the glove by the catcher as Florio will go to second on a wild pitch. Just a little bit of the recap of the playoffs. In the early game, the Anchors defeated the Red Tails 10-6 in that elimination game. So the loser of this game tonight is out. They will most likely play the Red Tails again tomorrow. Going back over to second. The winner of this game tonight will play California Red Tails, and that will be coming up on Friday as a 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Low end of the dirt for a ball. It's now 2 balls and 1 strike to count. Two and 1 to count. Here comes the pitch. And that one's whipped, and that will go foul. Evens now the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. This game is presented live on YouTube and on Sideline High Definition. 2 and 2 to count. Time has been called. Winner of this game will play the Red Tails Friday night at 5. Then the winner of that game will take on the Anchors for all the marbles in the championship game Saturday morning. First pitch is at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Now batting the center fielder, number 20, Roman Trinidad.
So I guess that was he missed on a strikeout. One out here in the top half of the fourth, or the bottom half of the fourth inning. We're also doing this game. We'll hopefully in the next half inning talk about the recap of the All-Star game. And it's a bunt up the middle, and that's going to go foul. Right behind the catcher, Master for for the Seals, for the San Francisco Seals. So it's strike one. Gets the set. Here comes the pitch. That's in there. Strike, and it's now 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes to count. Here comes the pitch. That's way outside for a ball. Ball and 2 strikes to count. Gets the set. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. It's a wild pitch as the catcher Master puts the tag on the hitter Schlesler.
Now batting the second baseman.
So, or correction, it was on Trinidad. Correction. So it's a strikeout, 3 or 2 unassisted, and it's 2-man gone. 2-man gone here. Here's the pitch. That's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. He gets the set. Here comes the pitch, and it's way high for a ball. Evens account at 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's a bluff as the runner goes back to second base. One ball, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. And right back to the pitcher, Benton. He takes his time. He throws over to Charsan, and that Charsan, I should say, and that will end the inning. So, no runs on 1 hit as Team Legacy leaves 1 on base. And after 4 complete, we'll go to the 5th inning. It's 3-1 in favor of Team Legacy. So we now go to the 5th inning, and it's a 3-1 game in favor of Team Legacy. Coming off after a tough, heartbreaking loss last night, losing 7-6 in extra innings in 13 innings. Pitches outside for ball 1-0. Scheduled hitters for San Francisco. It's Fernandez, Davidson, and Master. That pitch is a ball 1, evens the count at 1-1. Fernandez has reached on base his first time up. Here's the pitch, way outside for a ball. Now it's a 2-ball, 1 strike to count. Here comes the pitch. It's a fly ball in the left field, and it's the left fielder, Najar, camps under there, and Fernandez is retired, 1 away.
Now batting the left fielder, number 14, Connor Garrison.
One man gone here in the 4th. Pitch is missing for a ball 1-0. It's Davidson, not Davidson. We made an error. I thought it was Davidson. So we apologize for that.
2-0 or 3-0?
So
3.
have a 3-0 pitch. Then that's in there for a strike. It's now 3-1. And that is ball 4, and Darrison will reach on base for the Seals with 1 out.
The catcher, number 26, Colton Master.
So Colton Master will now come to the plate with 1 man gone. Or, yeah, with 1 man gone here. That pitch is in there for a strike. So it's no balls and 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. Master has struck out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Seals have a runner at first with 1 out. Here's the pitch. Oh, nearly hit him. Nearly hit Master. That's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ahead of the count, 0-2. The one thing you don't want to do is try to give away any free passes when you have a 0-2-1-2 count. Here comes the pitch. And he's trying it again, and it looked like up here, upstairs, from my view, it almost hit him again. So now it's 2-2. Let's see what he's going to do now at 2 balls and 2 strikes for Eisenhower. 2-2 pitch coming. I would try to challenge him. Here's the pitch. As Master swings and that one goes foul. As he stays alive. Two balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. It's a fly ball in the center field. And the center fielder, it is Trinidad, comes on there, camps under, and makes the catch. Master is retired, two-man gone.
Center fielder number 15, Roland Reyes.
Here in the top half of the fifth inning. Back to the top of the order. Roland Reyes will come up for San Francisco. Here comes the pitch. That pitch is outside for a ball, 1-0. One ball and no strikes to count. Here comes the pitch. It's outside for a ball. It's now 2-0. The 2 balls and no strikes to count. And that ball is off the glove by the first baseman, Florio, as Derrison is going to go all the way to second. He's going to go in third. He slides into third. It's going to be a 2-base error. So an error is going to be charged by the first baseman, Florio.
Could have been either way.
And with 2 outs. As Derrison trying to cheat, hits a fly ball to the shortstop, popped up. He camps under it. It's Cash comes in there and makes the catch. No more damage is done. Or I should say, no, that's it. So, no runs on no hits, 1 error, as the Seals left a runner on base. And after 4.5, it's 3-1, Team Legacy. So we now go to the last half of the 5th inning here in the East Bay in Berkeley, or I should say in Alameda. The leadoff hitters is Stewart. It'll be Cash, Najar, and Wong. 9 1-2 hitters for Team Legacy. Great viewing. You can see Mount Davis, the church up there in the Oakland Hills. They have a nice In-N-Out burger right across the street from here. And you got Safeway, got a little shopping mall strip here in Alameda, right here in the Oakland Alameda area. Here's the pitch. And that is ripped to the full for a base hit. And Stuart Cash gets on his first hit of the contest, and it's now 1 for 2. That is hit number 3, or 4, I should say, for Team Legacy.
What?
5 hits.
So now we go back to the top of the order. Dom Najar, he's 1 for 2. He has a double, and he has scored a run. That's way outside for a ball, 1-0. In case you're just tuning in, it's 3-1 in favor of Team Legacy over the San Francisco Seals. As Najar fouls that one off the catcher, Cowens. Or let's just say McMaster, my bad. Here comes the pitch, and that's low in the dirt for a ball. It's McMasters. It's 2 balls and 1 strike to count. Gets the set. Here comes the pitch, way outside for a ball. Now it's 3-1. 3 balls and 1 strike to count. Here comes the pitch. The runner's going, and a hit and run that swings. It goes foul. It's a full count, 3-2. Gets the set. Benton, the throws. That's way upstairs, ball 4, so Najar reaches base.
Now batting the right fielder, number 7, Tyler Wong.
Cash will advance to second. And this is the opportunity for Team Legacy to add to their 3-1 lead. This elimination game and this do or die, sudden death for both of these teams. The winner will advance to play the California Red Tails. Friday will be a 5 p.m. game. The loser is out. Here we go. Comes the pitch. And Wong swings, and that one goes foul. Strike 1. No balls and 1 strike to count. No balls and 1 strike to count. And swings, and that one goes foul. And that will be 0-2. And no balls and 2 strikes to count. Beautiful scene of downtown Oakland. You can see the Oakland Hills. You see the lights of the Oakland Tribune of downtown Oakland. No balls and 2 strikes to count. Gets the set. Here comes the pitch. Way outside for a ball. It's now 1. One and 2. Here comes the 1-2. Wong swings and that one goes foul. Count remains at a ball and 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. Wong hits a ground ball and it's going to go driving play, and that's a base hit. Got to give Cash credit for making a stop right there, because if he does not get that play, Cash will easily. So everybody is safe. The base is loaded, and it's bad news for the Seals, because you know who is at the plate. I think if anybody in the stands should get up right now. This is going to be something, how they're going to pitch to the big man, Tolbert. And the pitch is a ball, 1-0. Man, the big guy, Mr. T, at the plate right now, showing shades of Cecil Fielder when he was in his prime with the Detroit Tigers. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Oh, swing and a miss. He was trying to launch that one from here to downtown Oakland. He was trying to launch that bad boy all the way to Shag Avenue in Berkeley, or even to Emeryville. 1 ball and 1 strike. This big guy right here, shades of Cecil Fielder, as Tolbert swings and fouls it. I got to give Benton credit for challenging him. He's not going to, nibble, make him earn the strikeouts. I do remember the time when Cecil Fielder took Dave Stewart back in 1990, when Fielder took a moonshot at Tiger Stadium, and he swings and that one goes foul. It's 2-2. Or he swung and foul tipped. There's a strike. Correction. So Tolbert's out there on strike. It's a foul pop, and that would be a strikeout. So the big guy is out of there, and it's 1 man gone. One man gone here. I remember that very well as a 13-year-old, nearly 34 years ago, in late August of 1990, when the A's were taking on, or at that time they were the defending world champion, and ripped it one into right center field. That's deeping up the score. Stuart Cash, as 2 runners will advance. Cash will come in scoring, as also coming in and going to advance to third is Najar. That is a sacrifice fly. It's a sacrifice fly. Cash comes in to score, and then Najar will advance to third. It's a fly ball sacrifice in an RBI, and it's now a 4-1 game, giving RBI to Blake Cowens. Two man gone. And the pitch is low out there for a ball. Another big dangerous hitter is the big man, Big Will Florio, and he has some pop. Runners at the corners with 2 outs. They're trying to increase their lead. Here's the pitch. That's a strike, and as Wong will advance to second. That's a stolen base. It's a 1 ball, 1 strike count. One ball and 1 strike to count. Gets the set. Here's the pitch. Off speed. Swung on and miss. So it's a 1 ball, 2 strike count. One ball and 2 strikes to count. Here's the pitch. That's way outside for a ball. One and 2 the count. Or correction, 2-2. 2 and 2 the count. Here comes the pitch. Strike 3 called as the big man Will Florio strikes out. But Team Legacy, they add 1 more run. They leave a pair on base, and we'll go to the 6th. It's now 4-1 in favor of Team Legacy elimination game. You're watching this playoff online at sidelinehd.com/Alameda Anchors, Facebook.com Alameda Anchors, and there's also on Sideline High Definition.
Something to warm up with. We have coffee and hot chocolate selling at the snack bar currently. Yash Gupta.
So we now go to the 7th inning. It's 4-1 in favor of Team Legacy over San Francisco in this elimination game. I'm Brian Professor B. Davis. It's 4-1. We're in the 6th, correction. We're in the 6th inning. Here comes the pitch. That's whipped in the center field. That's going to be a base hit.
Now batting the 3rd baseman, number 20, Justin Seckler.
And that'll bring up Justin Seckler to the plate as Gupta got himself an infield single, base hit. You're going to start the 6th inning for San Francisco. It's a high fly ball, popped up. The shortstop, Cash, fighting it, makes the catch. As Seckler is retired, 1 man gone.
Coming up to bat, the 1st baseman, number 18.
So as we go into looking at towards the second half as the baseball pennant race is starting to heat up, we will get into more in depth of that as we look at towards the second half as the All-Star game concluded last night with the American League coming from behind. They were down 3-0. They scored 5 unanswered runs and win it 5-3. They have handed the National League have won now their 9th or their 10th win over the senior circuit over the National League in their last 11 years. And not to mention the fact the league are now 27. They're 27-7 in 1 in their last 36 All-Star games. Actually, 28-7-1 in the last 36. 1988. As the American League had two stretches of, they had a 6-game winning streak from 88 through 93 when they won 6 in a row. That pitch, their first strike. They won 6 in a row. In fact, they won 7 of 8 from 1986 through 1993. The American League won 7 out of 8, including that 6-game winning streak from 88 through 94. Oh, look out! And that is going to be on the highlight film. He lost his bat. He lost the grip of the bat, and look out. A lot of scattering activity in the Seals dugout.
Now they're going to give it back.
So it will remain at full count at 3-2. So the count remains at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Three and 2 to count. Herrera goes back to first. American League winning goes back. As we were saying, American League back of dominating in the Midsummer Classic. The updates of the standings in all divisions in both circuits, both in the National and American League, in a few moments' time. Third game, of course, the American League dominated since 1988 in the last 37 Midsummer Classics, to be exact. Actually, 28 wins and 1 tie in the last 36 years. At one point, they won 7 out of 8 from 86 through 93. Swing, that one goes foul. That stretch where they end up winning 6 in a row from 88 through 93. Then the National League will end their 6-game skid in that memorable All-Star game 30 years ago this month in 1994. As liner rip into center field for a base hit. As Kashiokler got himself a single.
Stop.
Villa will now advance to
Louis
second with 1 man out here in the top of the 6th inning. Also, at time, I think the pitching coach is going out there to talk. National League of that memorable 1994 All-Star game. The 1994 season was an abbreviated, shortened season because of the eventual player strike, and we can get into more of that tonight as well. That classic Midsummer Classic at Three Rivers Stadium in Pittsburgh of 94. That was a memorable game. The American League had a 2-run lead going into the bottom of the 9th inning, and we're on the verge to hand loss, or vice versa. The American League was on the verge of extending their win streak 7 in a row, and then the National had a runner on base. It was two future Hall of Famers in that game faced off. It was fireballer Lee Smith, who was one of my closers going back to his time clubs and with the Cardinals, had that confrontation as Fred McGriff hitting that game-tying 2-run homer off Orioles closer Lee Smith in the 9th to tie that game. That one goes foul. Then in the bottom of the 10th inning, Tony Gwynn was on base, and I think he started. He who was a reserve for the Padres on the All-Star team, started that game in place of the injured Lenny Dykstra for the Phillies. Half swing and a miss, and that's a strikeout. Coca's out of there on strikes, 2-man gone.
Now batting the DH, number 12.
And then, I think with one out, Moises Alou had a pinch hit walk-off double. Tony Gwynn's mad dash from first base scoring, just beating out that tackle by Pudge Rodriguez for the Texas Rangers to give the National League to end their 6-game losing streak over the American League. And then it was their first win in the Midsummer Classic since 1987. Ironically, the game-winning RBI for the Expos in that game in '87 at the Coliseum in Oakland was by Tim Raines. That pitch is in there for a strike. 7 years game-winning hit or an RBI was by another Expo. And then after that, the League would win again twice in '95 and '96. And that's up right in for a strike. It's 1-2. Concealer has struck out his first time up. 1 ball, 2 strike with 2 outs. 4-1 in favor of Team Legacy. Here comes the pitch. And a liner hit into right field for a base hit. That will get a run in. All the way to score is Gupia. That's an RBI hit for Concealer. He gets an RBI. As San Francisco has now
the right fielder, number 11, Ryan Fernandez.
Team Legacy's lead in 2. With 2 outs. So the National League would go on a 3-game win streak. They would win the All-Star game in 19 at the ballpark of Arlington, right next door where the new ball is for the Rangers. They would win that. Swings and that one goes foul. They would win that All-Star game, and then they would go on to win the All-Star game in 1996 at Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia. Mike Piazza hit a home run. He ended up being the MVP of the All-Star game in 1996, and that was it for the National League, because the American League would go on a 13-game unbeaten streak, 13-game unbeaten streak out of the 14 years the National League, and plus that tie in the 2002 All-Star game in Milwaukee. After that, they kept on dominating. That pitch is a strike, as that is everything with 2 outs, because now with that stolen base, the tying run, and that's going to be a base hit. Then it will tie it. As coming in to score is Koschenberg and Concealer, both come in to score a 2-run single by Fernandez, and it's a whole new ball game.
Harrison.
So the game is now tied at 4-4. So now it's Darson will now come to the plate with 2 outs. This all came in with 2 outs in the frame. So then the American League would dominate, go 13-0-1 in their next 14 years. They would dominate the National League. The National League would win the Summer Classic again until 2010. And that has a lot, and that All-Star game, of course, had a major significance for the San Francisco Giants, where they're able to win their first World Series since 1954 when they were in New York.
Pitching change for the Legacy.
At the San Francisco Giants on the West Coast.
Number 11, Chris Walsh.
When he
So Walsh will
Write
come.
down your song so I can load it. I'll set it up.
I haven't
Walsh
thought of
will
it yet.
come
I
in.
haven't thought of
Walsh
it
is
yet.
going to come. Sorry about that. Come in. It's done.
Now you fiddle ball, give the devil his due. I'm gonna fiddle with gold.
So we're going to take this time out.
The boy said my name's Johnny and it might be a sin, but I'll take your bet you're gonna regret.
So now the scheduled hitter for the Seals is now Darson at the plate. Connor Darson at the plate. That pitch is missing for a ball, 1-0. So we're just talking about how the American League would dominate the next 14 Midsummer Classics from 1997 through 2009 for the next decade. The one tie was in that All-Star game in Milwaukee. Came in it because both managers, both Joe Torre of the Yankees and Bob Melvin, former Giant manager at the time for the Diamondbacks, ran out of bench players. And that was the same game when Barry Bonds got robbed of a home run by Minnesota Twins outfielder Torrey Hunter. And he later would hit a home run in that contest. Thinking if he would have had 2 home runs in that contest, he would have won the MVP if the National League would have won. And then that started when they won the award home field advantage, and the American League had just dominated for many of years. But the National League would finally break through and throw the second. It's a
What?
in time, or
Not in time.
it was
Not it. Say
it was safe. It looked like the umpire over there by second base was about to ring him up, but he did not. He was as
The ball or a strike?
so Fernandez reaches in there just barely, and I thought they had him.
2-2 count.
Whoever have an even count at 2-2. Fernandez represents the go-ahead run for San Francisco. And that swings and goes foul
Yeah, it was a good throw.
as Connor Darson hanging in there. National League would finally break through in 2010. They would win that All-Star game down in Anaheim. And that was the difference because the Giants, who go on, would have home field advantage for the World Series. The pitch, swing and that one go foul. They would win it again in 2011. Bruce Bochy managed that All-Star team. He was 2-1. Or now he's 3-1 all time in All-Star games. 2-1 as the Giants manager. They would win and then in 2004 or in 2012 they would win the All-Star game in Kansas City. Melky Cabrera was the MVP of that All-Star game. Swung on and missed. Ball in the dirt as the catcher, McMaster, Collins throws over to Florio for the putout. 1-3. If you're keeping score, they're able to get out of it, but it's a whole new ballgame. They get a pair of runs, they get a hit, and they end up leaving a runner left on base. And after 5.5 complete, we're tied at 4-4. So we now go to the last of the 6th inning. It's a 4-4 tie. Yours truly, Brian Professor B. Davis, here in the East Bay in Alameda, on that borderline of Oakland, in Oakland, Alameda County. So we're getting back to the last time. I mean, Ryan Farr so far tonight. Farr has struck out. He has a base on ball, walk. He has scored. That one goes. And that will. Foul ball? It was a foul ball, so now it's
0-2.
be no balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And swings, and that one goes foul. No balls and 2 strikes to count. Here comes the pitch. That pitch is way upstairs high for a ball, and it's now evens to count it. Or now it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. So the National League ended the Schneid get their first win down in Anaheim in 15 years. They end up winning that game and just missing. Of course, the Giants went on to win the World Series. To the National League win 3 in a row, and then Melky Cabrera was the MVP of the 2012 All-Star Game. Unfortunately, a few weeks after that, his performance in the All-Star Game, he would and 3 called as far as out of there on strikes, 1 man gone.
The center fielder, number 20, Roman Trinidad.
Now bring up Roman Trinidad to the plate. Trinidad so far, he has a double and he has struck out. He's 1 for 2. One ball and no strikes. Here's the pitch. That pitch is high for a ball. Some other games we're talking about, the National League dominated, and after that the American League will go on to win 9 in a row. They now currently win 10 out 11.
And the anchors
That
there
just
earlier.
shows you the total domination of the American League over the National League over the last 36 years. Gets the set. 2-1 pitch. That's in there for a strike, and he evens the count now at 2-2. And 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. And that one goes foul. Also, some of the All-Star news and the All-Star game. That is strike 3 called as
Now batting, the second baseman, number 8,
Two-man gun.
Tyler Bittner.
Kyle Bittner will come to the plate. He's 0 for 2. Trinidad's now 1 for 3. Some of the other news in doing the All-Star game, MLB is going to consider returning the club uniforms in the All-Star game, which I am very down with that because it's just tradition. I don't like the teams wearing the same uniforms or the same. They should be representing their team in the city, their community. I'm very considered. I'm definitely applauding that. Here comes the 0-1 pitch, and that pitch is a strike. There's no balls and 1 strike. Or 0-2, I should say. Here comes the pitch. And it's now 1-2.
Good take. Good take. That was a
You
good
always
take.
like that.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Here's the pitch. He swings that one, goes foul, and that's going to go out of play. It goes out of play. Remains at 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. It's the set. Here comes the pitch. Oh, another lost battle. The grip swung on and missed.
Struck out the side.
And that is a 3 strikeouts in this frame.
There we go. 3 down.
Wow.
So we will go to the bottom of the 6th inning. They retire the side, and this game is tied at 4-4
7.
for the 7th.
Now batting, the catcher, number 2, Masters.
So we now go to the top of the 7th inning. The game is tied at 4-4 in this elimination game. I'm Brian, Professor B. Davis, giving you exclusive coverage of this playoff game. And as we go to the 7th inning, and the pitch is.
I was like, wait, it is?
So we're here in the 7th inning. There's some activity down for Team Legacy in the bullpen. The $64,000 question is going to be how much arm they're going to have for tonight because of the use of the bullpen last night in a long marathon game. We have a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Here comes the pitch. And he pumped that pitch, and it swung on and missed. It's now the count now is 1 ball and 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes to count. Here comes the pitch. It's upstairs, and it's now 2-2. So that was one of the biggest stories that Major League Baseball considered returning. But every team should be wearing their uniform. And I think it's more appropriate because you got to represent your employee, represent your community. I think that makes sense. And I always love the word if I ever go to an All-Star game outside the Bay Area, the way it looks, it's not going to happen anytime soon. Maybe a while before the Giants host the Midsummer Classic again.
NBA All-Stars coming.
Huh?
Next season, the NBA All-Star game.
Well, we already know that the NBA All-Star game is going to be coming to the Bay Area for the first time, only for the second time ever, for the first time in 25 years. The last time the All-Star came to the Bay Area was back in 2000, and we all remember the Hall of Famer great Vince Carter. Young Vince Carter was just in prime, won that memorable slam dunk championship at the Coliseum Arena in Oakland. This time it was shipped to Chase Center in the city of the Bay. Yours truly live exactly 20 minutes from the big sports hub in the city. And look out! Pitch is way upstairs and high. Out 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the 3-2. And it's way too low. It's ball 4. On base. With the base on balls. Nobody out. He represents the potential go-ahead run for San Francisco. Take a look at the standings of the first half as we get ready for the second half and the pennant races. He will look at both circuits in the American League. The Baltimore Orioles are 58-38. They have a 1-game lead over the New York Yankees. Then it's the Red Sox. They're 1 up on the Yankees, 4.5 up on the Red Sox. The Tampa Bay Rays are 10 games back. They've been hit by so many injuries. One of the big stories of the week. And pitch is way too high for a ball. And one of the big stories for the Tampa Bay Rays, they've been one of the big disappointments. They've been hit by injuries. Offense kind of struggling. They're at the 500 mark. Wander Franco, the big story over the last week plus. He's now been currently charged with sexually assaulting an underage girl. That is not good. And it's a really disgusting thing. Fly to the stop. Great catch by the shortstop. Catch. and they double up the runner at first base. That's a great, sensational play by the shortstop, Stuart Cash, up the ladder to grab it. Then he rifles it over the Florio for the double play. The last 24 hours here, there have been some great Web Gym defensive plays throughout this championship playoffs. 2 men gone here in the top half of the 7th. That pitch is outside for a ball. As I was saying, so this young superstar, it is a very serious thing, possibility that his status, baseball status, is very uncertain, whether he'll probably will never play in baseball again. If he's convicted of this horrendous act, he'll be going up the river behind bars for a very long time. And the Rays, of course, are obligated that he will ultimately be on the exempt restricted list, meaning he will forfeit his salary, and the Rays could end up terminating his contract, which be off the hook for any of his contract. That's a big story in Tampa. And then the big disappointment, the Toronto Blue Jays, who just came out to the Bay Area, they took 2 out of 3 out from the Giants. They are 14 games out of first. They are right now, they're 8 games below 500. And then right now in the American League Central, the Guardians are in first place by 4.5 over the Minnesota Twins. The Guardians right now owns the best record in the American League. They're 4.5 up on the Twins, 7 up on the surprising Kansas City Royals. The Detroit Tigers, who a lot of people thought could make some improvement, they're 3 games under 500. They're 12 games back. And then the lowly Chicago White Sox, with the worst record in all of baseball, the worst pitching staff in the majors, and they have a run differential of minus 177. And you're looking at these staggering numbers. White Sox as a team has the worst road record in the major leagues. They have the worst road record in the major leagues. Or they have the worst road record in the American League. I take that back. Only Colorado has the worst record, and that nearly nicked him, and that's a ball. A 2-out walk. Here's the pitch. Swing and miss. And swings, and that one goes foul. Only the Marlins have the worst record, or the Rockies have the worst road record in any team in the majors.
Yeah, I'll tell you hot chocolate.
Hot dog. Hot dog and a burger. I'll eat it after the game. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count.
Can you give me a black coffee? Here.
Here's the pitch. Swing and foul back. White Sox have the worst record in baseball, and they're on. I'm good for now. They have the worst record in the majors, and right now at 71 losses, they're on pace to probably could 120. Could challenge for the 2003 Detroit Tigers lost 119 games back in 2003, 21 years ago. They could challenge for that record. And that is the all-time modern record for the American League. The all-time modern record in Major League Baseball history was set by the expansion 1962 New York Mets. And swings, and that one goes foul. The White Sox have have 71 losses. Look where they were 3 years ago going to the postseason, and that franchise have just been an epic, monumental collapse of where they were a few years ago. And they're in full rebuild mode. And, you know, the White Sox won't be competing soon, and a lot of White Sox fans that listen to their podcasts have displaced and swung on and missed. Ball on the ground. That is Cowens. Rifles over to Florio, and that is it.
Ladies and gentlemen,
that's a strikeout.
If you're still
1-3 put out.
Coffee, hot cider, hot tea,
and
a recently restocked hot chocolate. Snack bar.
No runs on 1 hit. They leave a runner left on base.
I will be back.
And it is 7th inning stretch time here in Alameda. And this game is tied at 4-4. You're watching Championship College Baseball All-Star Playoffs here on SidelineHD.com, Alameda Anchors and on YouTube.com on Sideline High Definition. So now we'll go to the bottom half of the 7th inning. And Professor B. Davis here at this elimination playoff game. Winner will move on to the other. Will move on, while the loser will be. So, as we are continuing on here in the 7th inning, we take a look at the things. White Sox right now with the worst record in the majors, and they're going to be on pace to lose about 120 games. They could challenge the ninth, and that could, if they were to lose 100, that would be the most losses in the modern era by a non-expansion team. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. It's strike 2. Meanwhile, in the American League West, the Mariners are in first place despite having the worst team batting average in all of baseball as a team. Collective 219. That's the worst by any team in the majors, or at least in the American League. They have a 1-game lead ahead of the Astros.
Number 25,
they're 5 up by the defending world champion Texas Rangers, and then the disappointing Angels. They're 10 games back, and that's just a mess what's going on down in Anaheim. Mike Trout, hopefully can't stay him, and the prize free agent Anthony Rendon cannot stay healthy. It's a big mess down in Anaheim, and they need to enter in a massive rebuild. And the A's are just the A's. They could be on their way towards another 100-loss season at 37-61. And we will check the wild card standings in a minute. Meanwhile, in the National League, the Philadelphia Phillies, the best record in the majors. They have a commanding 8.5 game lead over the Atlanta Braves. Of course, the Braves without Ronald Acuna Jr.
The White Sox are on pace to lose 122 games.
That's one of our stat guys that's saying the White Sox right now are on pace to lose 122 games. That would shatter the Major League record. That would be the most losses by a non-expansion team ever.
Disgusting.
The Mets in 1962 lost 120 in their first year of existence. That's strike 3 called. So, as Najar is out of strikes and it's 2-man gone.
Now batting number 24, Kieran Baker.
And we have a pinch hitter. It's Baker coming in, and he's going to pinch hit for. He will pinch hit. White Sox on pace to, like I said, they will have the modern Major League. That will be the most by a non-expansion team. Me being around baseball as a kid through my youth in the 80s and through my teenage years in the 90s, through almost 4 decades, I've seen some bad baseball teams who set records of inferiority. The longest losing streak, to start a season was by the 1988 Baltimore Orioles, who lost 21 straight games. And I remember very vividly this radio DJ drive time host while doing this 21-game streak, which, by the way, Cal Ripken Sr. did not last the first 9 games of that season. He was fired and replaced by Frank Robinson, who was working in the front office with the Orioles. The late Frank Robinson, of course, the Giants from 1981 through 1984, was the National League's Manager of the Year back in 1982, guiding the Giants to that surprising second-half run. Weren't mathematically eliminated till the season's next to last day, only to see Joe Morgan as a drive to the right field and dropping for a base hit as Baker's going for 2, and he will stand up with no contest with a 2 double.
38, Alex.
But we got the big guy coming up with 2 outs. And he so far has 1 for 2, hit that mammoth home run shot back in the 3rd inning. That was a towering. I wonder if that ball is still heading towards over there, heading still probably going towards Shattuck Avenue in Berkeley through Cal campus, maybe on its way to Emeryville or past Emeryville to over to maybe going towards Richmond, going to Vallejo, maybe going towards Pinole, or maybe heading all the way out towards Fairfield, maybe heading all the way up the coast towards, Woodland, California, or even up at Sac State, or maybe the ball is going out there heading up towards the Caldecott Tunnel or to Moraga on St. Mary's campus.
Or to orbit.
Well, if you had a home run hitting contest, another great kid who I covered last year when I was over at St. Mary's, and I got a chance, his name is Christian Almanza. If you had a home run hitting contest between Christian Almanza, who finished in the top 5 in the West Coast Conference Player of the Year, you put him in there, and you have him and this big fella, Alex Silbert. I would pay to see them duke it out in a home run hitting contest. But I was telling you about Cecil Fielder. He hit that mammoth shot off of A's starter Dave Stewart and the upper deck on the roof at Tiger Stadium back in the summer, August of 1990. I remember that very well as a 13-year-old. There were a lot of mammoth shots hit on the roof at Old Tiger Stadium, one of my favorite ballparks that I do miss. Here's the pitch. That's in there for a strike, 0-1. 4-4 is the score. Base hit here will give Team Legacy back the lead. Gets the stretch. Here comes the pitch. Oh, he went around, and that will cost him a strike, 0-2. He could not hold up. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Looking at the rest of that division, the Braves are 8.5 back. The Mets are 12.5. Pitch is high for a ball.
Good take.
And that was a good take as Bacl will go for a stolen base. The Mets are 12.5 games back, but they're starting to play better. The Bacl is trying to look to position themselves in the National League wild card. As Tolbert lifts a fly ball, and it is caught by the shortstop as he popped that one up, and that will do it. So, no hits, 1 hit, 1 runner left after 7 complete. We're still tied at 4-4. You're watching the College All-Star Baseball Playoff presented by Sideline High Definition, powered by DK.
Now batting the first baseman, number 18, Jake Tyson Crown.
So we now go to the 8th inning here. 4-4 is the score. We'll just reset it for you. As Team Legacy got a run in the first, they would get another run later on, or they got a run in the second. Then the big home run by the big guy, or they get a home run by Alex Tolbert. He crushed one. I bet that ball is still heading over up towards Cal Berkeley campus, and maybe a direct route through Moraga or Orinda. That pitch is in there for a strike.
I forgot which team. I think it was the
And it's now an 0-2 count. No balls and 2 strikes to count. Here comes the pitch. Off-speed pitch, swung and missed. Struck him out. That's one man gone in the 8th inning.
Now batting the shortstop, number 24.
Just a
Louis
reminder, earlier today, the Alameda Anchors defeated the California Red Tails 10-6 in the other half. The Anchors, with their victory, have punched their ticket to the championship final. They will get a bye tomorrow. It will be Saturday at 11, so they end up getting a bye, and they'll wait the winner of the winner of tonight's game will play the Red Tails on Friday. So they'll get a double bye because they're reaching to the championship final. Here's the pitch. outside. We'll take a look at the rest of the standings in Major League Baseball.
Probably the lead at 9 on Saturday.
Mets are in third place. The Nationals, they right now sit at the drive to deep left field. And what a diving play by Nazar! An incredible play by the left fielder, Nazar, purse snatching extra bases. A great play. The takeaway, two bases. Oh my!
That's like his third dive.
And it's quickly 2-man gone. We have seen some great defensive artistry that ESPN or MLB Network would be shamed on their set.
Center top 10.
That would be definitely a Sports Center top 10er. Boy, the people at MLB Network and ESPN, they will want that as one of the highlight films for tonight. Nazar coming up. Dom Nazar timed it perfectly and he stayed after it. Here's a drive in the center field as the center fielder Trinidad comes up with it and he makes the catch. So that's it. No runs on no hits. And after 8 or 7.5, we're still tied at 4-4. Coming up for Team Legacy, it'll be Cowens, Florio, and Favre. We'll be right back.
Smashed into, there was blood and a single gunshot, but just who shot who at the Cobra?
There we go. So we have a new pitcher for San Francisco, and then we got the new pitcher for San Francisco, and it's number 34. He's pitching for the Seagulls. So it's going to be Cowens, Florio, and Favre, the 4-5-6 hitters for Team Legacy as we go to the bottom half of the 8th inning.
That's the Seals. The triple A.
So we're getting ready to. So we will take a look at what we are. So in the National League Central Division, the Brewers own a 4.5 game lead over the Cardinals. Cardinals been playing some better baseball late. They're in the pack of the wild card. The Pirates are back at 500. They're 6.5 games back. The Reds, who a lot of people thought was going to challenge both Milwaukee and Chicago, they're 8 games back. And the Cubs right now 8.5 back. I mean, Milwaukee with their manager, Pat Murphy, replacing Craig Counsell with the Cubs. Pat Murphy, of course, the former Arizona State head coach, manager of the Milwaukee Brewers. The only other manager to manage both in the major leagues and in NCAA Division I baseball was the great Bobby Winkles, who managed and swings as a high fly pop-up into foul territory. There could be a room, there's some real estate, and it goes over the head of the third baseman, Secular. He just overran it. So it's strike one.
I was looking down.
So now evens the count at 1-1.
Yeah, there's no excuse for that. The sun's not out.
1 ball and 1 strike to count. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Just missing. Thanks. 2 balls and 1 strike. I feel like Canley Park all over again. When you had my traditional hot dog and burgers back in the day as a kid in the 80s and 90s, or Polish sausages. 1 to count. Gets the set. Here's the 3-1. Hits a high fly ball to right field. Going back is Fernandez. That is going to drop. That's a fair ball. The runner's going away to second. He slides, and it's not in time. He is so. That is a leadoff double for Blake Cowens, and he went with that pitch going the opposite field, and he kept on running, and he got himself a leadoff double going in the start of the last half of the 8th inning. He had a great AB taking that pitch down the right field line. As Fernandez kept on, was not going to get it. He knew he had himself a 2-bag, at least a base hit, and he kept on running, and he got himself a stand-up double. Going back his second is Cowens. He gets back in there slowly. So we're taking a look at the rest of the standings in the National League. In the Central, the Cubs in last place, and then out west, the Giants or the Dodgers, despite all their pitching injuries, they're 1 game up on the Diamondbacks, and they're a half game or percent. The Diamondbacks are percentage points ahead of the Padres, while the Giants are back 3 games out of a wild card. While the Rockies right now, them and the Marlins are tied with the worst record in the National League. And we'll give you a quick look at the standings. And a ground ball to the third baseman. Secular throws over to Cram, and that's in time for the out.
Now batting.
Cowens is going to have to stay in second. 5-3 put out if you're keeping score. You look at the 3 division winners in the American League leaders. Right now, in the wild card, the Yankees would have the first wild card, and then the second wild card would be the Twins. And then the Red Sox right now, they have a 2-game lead over the Kansas City Royals for the 3rd and final wild card spot.
Oh, yeah, they made it there.
Remember, the top 3 division, at least 2 of the top 3 division winners get a first-round bye. And that's going to rip into center field, base hit, as the runner, Cowens, has been held at third with 1 out. Ryan Farr gets himself a base hit.
I was just gonna be screaming at you.
Now batting number 20, the center fielder, Roman Trinidad.
And now it's a base hit. Runners at first and third with one out. Roman Trinidad's at the plate now for,
Yeah, this is a pop-up.
and their head coach is going out there and they're going to have a conference. While they're doing that, this telecast is presented by the authority of the Alameda Anchors, presented by Sideline High Definition. Is solely non-content for our audience in any publication, reproduction, any use of the accounts of the descriptions of tonight's game or any game of this postseason tournament or this playoff without the express written consent by the Alameda and by Sideline High Definition. So that brings up to Roman Trinidad to the plate. He has a double. He is struck out twice. He's 1-for-3. And he has a stolen base and 1 RBI. This is an elimination game. The winner of this game will move on Friday to play in the other semifinal game. Pitch is high out there for a ball. Anchors won over the Red Tails 10-6. Mean the winner of this game will play the Red Tails tomorrow. Will be playing that game on Friday at 5. Both teams will. The winner of this will also have, along with the Red Tails, will have a bye tomorrow. Will be an off day. They'll have a single bye because the Anchors, the Alameda Anchors, already have won 2 games of this playoff tournament. They get a double bye until Saturday. They will get tomorrow and Friday off. Prepare for the championship. Suicide squeeze! Right to the plate! Throw! Got him! That was a heads-up play by Seckler. He rifles over to the plate to me, and they gun down the runner for the play.
I can't believe they gave him the
They gunned down Cowens. It is a 5-2 out. Head coach over is coming out to have a discussion with the home plate umpire.
Block the plate.
Yeah. There's a discussion of whether he blocked the plate.
Or there's a discussion whether he blocked the plate. By the third base coach, so that is an out, and it was a forced play. They had to protect that forced play.
Number 8, Tyler Bittner.
So you look at that wild card race. Houston is 3.5 back. The Rays are, despite their injuries, are 5.5 back. Then Detroit is 7 back. The Rangers, the defending world champs, are 7.5 back. The Blue Jays, one of the biggest disappointments, they're 9.5 games back. And then we look at towards the National League wild card standings. Senior circuit has a high fly ball pop up. It goes foul. Strike 1. The Braves own the first wild card. They're 4 up on the Cardinals. By the way, 2 teams will start the second half on Friday. Atlanta. Then the New York Mets will go on the road to take on the Marlins. They right now would own the last wild card spot. They're 1 up on the Diamondbacks and the Padres. Diamondbacks will be ahead by percentage points. Pittsburgh's a game. The Pirates are a game and a half back. Reds are 3 back, and so is the Giants. Reading some stuff online earlier during this week. The far anxiety for the Giants general manager is starting to be on the hot seat. Reports are rumors and reports are if the Giants do not make the playoffs, Farhan could be out of there. Giants have made the postseason only once since he had took over as general manager, replacing Bobby Evans after the 2018 season. 6th season as the general manager. Giants is a franchise. And the pitch is low. Giants, since at least 4 of the last 5, the first 5 seasons since he was the general manager, the Giants have finished under 500 overall. Giants have finished with at least with a non-winning record or worse 6 of the last 7 years. That's going to be one of the big stories. If can the Giants are starting to get people back healthy, the Giants will open up the second half of their schedule in Denver starting on Friday. They'll play the Rockies in Coors Field in Denver. Then they'll return home to take on the A's. They have sort of a favorable schedule the next few weeks or several weeks. 2-2 pitch upstairs for a ball. And now they have the bases loaded.
Now batting the shortstop, number 1, Stuart Cash.
Stuart Cash will come in, go to the plate with the bases loaded with 2 down. Base hit here will give them the lead. The question is how many runs they'll get off that base hit. It will at least score at least 1. Lots going on in the hits the set. Here comes the pitch. That's a high pop-up. And that's going to be, and coming up with the grab is the shortstop Coca, as he had to use the basket catch with 2 hands to come up with that play. Actually, it was a 2-handed catch, and that's it. Bittner is retired. So that's it. No runs, a pair of hits, and Team Legacy leads the bad news. We go to the 9th. We're still tied 4-4. hit that for me?
Oh, yeah.
So it's a strike. We're in the top half of the ninth inning. Here comes the pitch, just missing. It'll be right at the top of the order. Reyes, Gupia, and Schechler due up for San Francisco. Here's the pitch. That's way outside for a ball out. It's a full count, 3-2. Reminder again, the winner of this semifinal will play the Red Sox on Friday. It will be a 5 o'clock start. That one goes foul. Anchors who are undefeated through the first couple games of this playoff have automatically got themselves into the championship final. They have punched their ticket to the championship final, and they will play the winner of coming out of the loser's bracket. Popped up in foul territory. Farr comes in there in foul territory, and he goes on to make the catch. Ray has been retired. One man gone.
The left fielder, number 4, James Watson.
One man gone here in the ninth inning. One man gone here in the top half of the ninth inning. Here's the pitch. And that pitch is in there for a called strike. It's 0-1. No balls and one strike. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. And it's now strike 2. Now it's 0-2. Gets around the set. Here comes the pitch. And he wastes one outside. Now it's a 1-2 strike count. One ball and 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch, and it's whipped into center field for a base hit. So Gupia gets on base. It's a 1-out single. Minor the San Francisco, the A's will be back in action Friday night over at the Coliseum. They'll take on the LA Angels for a 3-game set. They will start their series. The final season of the Oakland Coliseum for the A's and the people of the community in this East Bay. Such a sad thing was happened to a proud franchise of the Oakland A's. Came out here in 1968 from Kansas City. They're going to play next year, the next few years up in Sacramento, which I don't agree at all. A's went on to win 3 World Series in the early 70s. They had celebrated their 50th anniversary of the three-peat A's team when they end up beating the National League champion Los Angeles Dodgers in the 1974 World Series in 5 games. They would go on to win that series in 5. Raleigh Fingers, who picked up a save in all 4 games the A's won, was the series' most valuable player. Then after that, they got back to win another division title in 75. They get swept by the Red Sox by that rookie phenom of both Jim Rice and Freddie Lynn. Freddie Lynn from out of the campus of University of Southern California Trojans. Played under the legendary coach Rod Dato. Pitches a ball. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Red Sox would sweep the A's 3 straight in the American League Championship Series. They end up, before the Red Sox would fall in 7 games to that memorable classic 7-game World Series against the Cincinnati Reds, known as the Big Red Machine. Then the A's after that, with Charlie Finley, would dismantle that team within the next following year. Free agency, the new era of free agency began and really started to really a fly ball in the right field and it runs out of real estate. They would end up dismantling that team, and it left the franchise and a lot of and then of course it hit rock bottom in '79. They lost 108 games with a lot of uncertainty with the ball club, with the franchise, whether they'll remain in Oakland. And then then it was Billy Martin took over the club in 1980. The A's made a big time improvement by 31 games. And then Charlie Finley sold the team to the Haas family. And the pitch, strike 3 called. And he's out there on strikes. And it was number 39 coming into the ball game, pitch hitting.
Now batting the center fielder, number 15, Rowan Reyes.
As Eason and a drive into center field and coming up with her and making the catch. And we now go to the last half of the 9th inning as team unity could end it with one run. We go to the bottom of the 9th, tied at 4-4. So we now go to the last half of the 9th inning. It will be Nadar leading off, and then it's Baker as a drive into center field, and that's going to drop. Nobody's not going to catch it for a base hit. So Nadar lead things off for.
Now batting the right fielder, number 24, Kieran Baker.
So now Baker will come to the plate. He did enter the game in right field. So Baker will come to the plate. He doubled his first time up. Had a pinch hit double. See what they're going to do right here. Here's the pitch. You're going to let him take for that first pitch for a ball, 1-0. And going back over to first is Najar. One ball and no strikes to count. Gets the set. Here's the pitch. That pitch is in there for a strike, and it's now 1-1. One ball, one strike to count. And gets the set. Here comes the pitch. That is a ball, and it's now 2-1. Two balls and one strike to count. Gets the set. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be whipped. It's going to drop. Base hit. That's a base hit that lined up like a linen wire. Baker gets his second hit.
Now batting.
Now,
number 38. Alex.
Then you got the big guy come to the plate, Alex Tolbert. And we're going to see what's going to happen. Do they pitch around him? Do they ask him to bunt? So he's up there. And now I think it's Coach Fit.
Legend.
The Seals got warned.
So Coach Jett for them filling in for Matt White is getting a warning by the home plate umpire. Base hit will win it for Team Legacy, and it will stay alive. Going back over to is the runner. Nayar gets back in there safely. And they could win it with one swing. Nobody out here in the last half of the night. 4-4. Base hit could possibly win it. And here's the pitch. And that is outside for a ball, 1-0. So it's 1-0 the count. Gets ready to set. And the 1-0. Oh, he went in low on that, and it's now 2-0. The Yankees won their game early today over the Red Tails. The winner of this game will take on the California Red Tails on Friday in that semifinal. And the winner of that game will play the Anchors for the championship on Saturday. As Najar gets back in there at second, 2-0. I like to see you go challenge him on 2-0, go with a fastball. Gets the set. 2-0 pitch. Fastball, that is going to be whipped in the center field for a base hit. And stopping at third is Najar, and the bases are loaded. The bases are loaded.
Now batting.
The big man comes through again.
Blake Collins.
Yeah, you got 0 outs. He's second.
So Newar is right at third. What a great 2 playoff games so far in this. Last night, a classic 13-inning marathon, which lasted 4 hours and 10 minutes. And another classic game tonight. At 10:05 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 5 minutes past the top of the hour of 10 o'clock local time here in the East Bay. Blake Collins to the plate. Infield's in, and a liner base hit to the left field. Coming in to score is Dom Nair. As the team legacy survives, they eliminate the San Francisco Seagulls, and they win it tonight by a score of 5-4.
Gentlemen.
On the first pitch of the game, he saw by Blake Cowens. He rifled it through the Jordan infield. Coming in to score is Dom Najar as the team legacy survives as they defeat the San Francisco Seagulls. They eliminate the Seagulls tonight by a score of 5-4. So we're going to take this brief time out and we'll wrap it up in a few moments. You're watching the 2024 College All-Star Playoff, and as on the sideline high definition presented by Power DK. Let's take this time out.
Hey.
All right, we're back here in Alameda in the East Bay, and for those of you, in case you're just tuning in, well, we're back here in the East Bay, here in the Alameda, Oakland area, in the East Bay, and for those of you, in case you're just tuning in, too bad. You missed another great 1-1 classic tonight as Team Legacy holding off a 5-4 win on a walk-off hit by Blake Callens with nobody out and a bases loaded walk-off, as they were able to get that punch shot through the drawn-in infield by San Francisco, coming in to score the game-winning run for Team Legacy. Is coming in to score was Dom Najar, who led off the frame with that single. They go on to win 5-4, and they survive. They do survive. Final totals of the ball game for Team Legacy: 5 runs on 9 hits, 2 errors. And for San Francisco Seagulls, 4 runs on 7 hits with 1 error. And the winning pitcher, and in the time of the ball game, we started at approximately 7:05, so it's exactly 3 hours even. So this is what's going to happen now. The Seagulls with 2 losses, they are out. They are done. They're going to be headed home to the couch. The Team Legacy will now advance to the semifinal. They take on the Red Tails, who lost their game earlier in the twin bill, 10-6. It will be the top seed Team Legacy will take on the Red Tails. That will be on Friday at 5 p.m. right here, and that's a 5:05 first pitch. And the winner of that game, the survivor of that semifinal, will take on the Anchors of Alameda. That's going to be as the Anchors will have a double bye tomorrow and Friday. And then the championship game, the winner of that game will take on the Anchors for all the marbles Saturday morning at 11 a.m. Tune in to all the latest information. Go to Facebook.com/Alameda Anchors, and you can watch this replay on YouTube.com/Alameda Anchors Baseball. I'd like to thank Big Tony and all the assistants, Ruben Zamora, and for stats and for being the spotter. Thank you very much. I'm Brian Professor B. Davis. The last 24 hours has been an exciting roller coaster ride. Back-to-back 1-1 games as the game completed either after 9 full innings or later. And hey, I had a blast being in this broadcaster's seat, calling my first 2 ever postseason games of baseball at any level, and I will never forget this day. And I'd like to thank all of you for watching. Check out the website, Alameda Anchors, on Facebook, and also on Instagram and X. So, for now, I'm Brian Professor B. Davis, and so long. Once again, the final score tonight here in Alameda. Team Legacy wins it 5-4 over the San Francisco Seagulls. Thank you for watching, everybody, and enjoy a very pleasant good evening. Good night, everybody. Take care and drive safely.